No! No!
Hi guys and welcome back to the channel. Today I've got two replays in the Chinese Tier 7 heavy tank, the IS-2. And boy oh boy, do I have a cracker of a replay for you in the next one. This one is still a very good replay, but the next one is, yeah, it's one of those games that you dream of happening, right? And that's the way it is. But before we get to that, we are playing on Himmelsdorf in the Chinese IS-2. Now, you might be thinking, IS-2? I swear there's a Russian IS-2. Yes, there's two Russian IS-2s, because you can never have too many reskins, remakes of the same tank, right? There's two IS-2s that are Russian. There's the IS-2 Berlin and the IS-2M. Then there's the Russian IS, which are they're all very similar to this tank, right? And then there's this IS-2, the Chinese version. So what's the difference as well? The Chinese version has, obviously, the same 122, but the Russian ones get AP and APCR on their rounds. This one gets AP and heat. The differences in that is that the AP is the same in 175 pen. The heat on this gets 250 pen. Whereas the APCR gets 217. Now, the 250 heat pen that this tank gets is so good, because you can pen pretty much everything you'll come against with it, which means you're never really struggling at that point for pen. But it does have its added issue that sometimes just with the shell velocity and the arc of the shells, that you bounce awkward shots that you probably shouldn't for your actual penetration. And it can be a little bit annoying in that way. So sometimes I do prefer the 217 APCR pen of the IS, because the shell velocity is better, just the way it arcs, everything about it. But it's less pen, so yeah, it's issues. But there's also differences in the armour between this one and the other ISs, because I think that this one actually has... basically, they're all the same frontally, right, in terms of thickness of armour, but they're all angled differently. Like, this one actually isn't as good as the Russian IS for its armour angling. And just, how lucky did we get then? So we killed that T-43, right, and then we have the artillery rain of shell, which I actually think hit the dead T-43, that saved us. Now, we shut down the M12 there, because he was looking the other way, which meant that he could have actually run away from us and we wouldn't have got that kill. So we shut down him first and then the S51, because he was never going to get away. So yeah, anyway, the armour profiles of this tank compared to the others is different, which means that actually this one's effectively worse, I believe. The IS-2 Berlin is the same. The armour is actually angled differently, so it's actually worse, because it's flat. It's a flatter angle. Whereas, say, the IS, the Russian IS, and it's the same for the IS-2M, which actually has technically slightly thicker armour. Yeah, the way it's angled, it does have like an auto ricochet angle, which if tanks hit it, can be awkward. But as you know, on the whole, this is not bad, and you'll see what I mean by that. It's just like a flat plate rather than having sort of it curve and then go down again. That on the IS itself makes it like a really good ricochet angle. But you see how quick that game was. That was a very quick fire game on Himmelsdorf. We managed 6 kills, top gun, 3.3k damage, 64 assistance, Pascucci's, ace tanker, sniper, top gun, high caliber. And yeah, it was an incredibly nice game for the IS-2, and it's perfect because we managed to literally blitz it down one line, rush in, kill their team, and it was just an incredibly quick game. It was like, what, 3 minutes and 30 seconds, something like that. And it kind of showed the strengths of the IS-2 when you're facing tanks that, you know, like medium tanks, like we had them with the Setter and the Cromwell on that 2-3 line, who aren't always guaranteed to pen us, and we could just slap them about with the Alpha. And the reload's quite nice. This is a tank that I honestly enjoyed a hell of a lot back when I first ground through it, and I played it a lot. And the only thing that really let it down for me was the gun handling and the aim time, because it's 0.46 accuracy and 3.4 aim time. But It's still not anywhere near being accurate now with obviously the crew system changes, but you can get it down to below 0.4, which really makes it feel more comfortable for use. And while it's not great, it's still nice, and I really enjoyed the tank. So now we're actually on Abbey, and this is a stonker of a game. This is a game that you always dream about having, you really want to have, and it's yeah, I couldn't quite believe it when it happened, to be honest. There was a point where and you'll see it, where I check out and I go, wait, what? Oh, we're wrong for this. But yeah, so we start the game and we're going to the heavy tank flank. We've got quite a lot of backup, and I'm thinking, you know what? I'm not going to sit on this corner. I'm going to push aggressively because nothing's been spotted yet. Normally you get to that corner and you catch people as they're crossing, but nothing did. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to push aggressively. And lo and behold, we get here and there's an IS-2M. Now our snapshot at him tracks him only. His snapshot goes straight through. Like I say, he is a tank that's similar to us, but actually has slightly better armour. In terms of its armour use, I think it is slightly better on its upper plate, and just the way it's all angled and stuff like that. As well as having better side armour with like spaced armour shields and stuff, which means you can side scrape better. But we've taken up an aggressive position, which means we can now really take the fight to the enemy team, because we can keep pulling back behind here, and we can just use this little ridge in front of us as cover and keep popping shots in. Now I've loaded heat because, well, we're not going to pen the Oni without the heat. The 875 AP is just not enough at all, so we're not going through that guy. But we're also going to be penning this Black Prince. Now the Black Prince would be awkward with the AP, so it's actually nice to have the heat as well, because we are going to keep creaming the front of his tank. And also the angle we've got on this T29 as well, where we keep pulling back. So the heat has actually been incredibly useful for us right now. But it's one of those cases of the situation we're in, right? You don't want to switch ammo type. You don't want to switch to AP. Because if I switch back to AP now, and especially because we've also got a decently long reload, and then say the Oni drove in front of me, then I would be wasting the opportunity to get a shot. Because at the minute I am pushing for that third mark of excellence, so I'm trying to play every game and push the mark up, you know, that sort of thing. So we don't want to waste opportunities. So we just want to keep the heat in, basically, at this point. And we finish off that Black Prince, and now the next target in mind is the Oni. But then the T29 sits kind of in the open, and with the heat rounds, we can go straight through the top of his turret. And we finish him off. And we've only got 2 left, and we're going to go after this Oni now. Slap a shot straight through his lower plate. Well, let's say his lower plate. He's sort of angled up weirdly then. And we finish him off as well. So in space, we've got like 4 kills in the space of 2 seconds now, or 3 kills. And we're already up to 3.9k damage. Now this is a really good game. And we're looking at the enemy team going, there's still quite a lot left. Now unfortunately, we tried to snap a shell into the Tiger P dead quick. And we actually bounced off our KB-13 friend, but he's blocking off the shot to everyone else, so that I actually managed to get the kill there, which is quite nice. So we finish off another tank. And then we've got the back end of this IS-2M, so we're going to shoot him in the backside. And as we're getting the reload in, he's actually going to get shot by everyone else. And I'm looking, there's like, oh wait, there's an E25 behind us. Hello, you've made a mistake. I have no idea what he was thinking there. I have no idea at all. He just drove up behind us and we finished him off. But now we've got this side of the IS-2M, we're reloaded, we finish him off. And it's like, I was thinking at this point going, how many kills have I got? I don't know. I feel like I've just killed quite a few people. And there's still 5 people left. It's like, okay then. We're up to 5k damage as well. 5k to tier 7, that's really nice. I'm thinking, I am thinking at this point going, oh, this is going to be a big increase in my MOE, which is good. And then you see me check there going, I'm on 7 kills. I'm on 7 kills and there's 5 people left. And some of them are healthy and I'm in a good position to get at least 2 of these guys. Now this is good. Now I'm looking for the kill shot on this T-3485, and we managed to hit it. That's how Radley Walters secured in the bag. Now there's this light tank that's YOLOing this guy, and I'm like, right, okay, can I get this guy? Now I was anticipating him carrying on, going straight a little bit there, and unfortunately he ducked out. And like I say, what I'm thinking with the kills right now is I'm on 8 kills. If I can get this light tank, I'll be on 9. So I'm going to go over here to try and get up on top of this ridge line to kill this light tank. But then I'll start looking at him going, he's going to expect this. Look at the way he's running and look at the way he's facing. I'm not getting on top of this ridge line before I can get there, so I'm going to go cut him off. Because I was kind of I'm expecting this light tank right now to possibly try and come up behind me and then try and shoot me in the backside. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to cut it off. And then I'm seeing him sort of turning around. I'm thinking, is he going to go back up there? No, you know what? No, we're just going to keep going. We're going to keep ploughing this way because we know where the heavy tank is over there and the artillery will be over there as well. So it's like, you know what? If that light tank is going to have cleared off down the 8 line, so be it. But he actually hasn't. And we managed to finish him off. That's our 9th kill. And it's like, okay, that Tiger's healthy and there's the artillery. This is looking promising. We're on 9 kills, 5.4k damage. And we've got our friend in the medium and the heavy tank set up there. But the medium tank drives off the edge and kills himself, which will make this slightly awkward towards the end. Because it's like, okay, if we're 3 of us, we're looking positive, but it's looking dodgy now. Look how healthy that Tiger is. We've actually got shots here at where he is, so I'm pushing forward to try and get the best shot. We get a nice shot straight into him. And we're again looking for the shots into him as we reload. And unfortunately that one misses because he's pulling back behind the rocks that I actually can't see. And the C-29 is not the most healthy in the universe, so I really need to hope my shot's going. And unfortunately that AP shell misses as well as I rushed. And I haven't realised my ammo situation right now. Right? The ammo situation is looking very dodgy. Luckily enough that shell goes in and I realise, oh god, I've only got a HE left. Because I saw that shell was white and was like, wait, have I run out of AP? Yeah. So I've only got HE left, but luckily, thank God, luckily, the T-29 penned the Tiger 1 and our HE shell hit him and splashed him for over 100 and killed him to secure the 10th kill in the Pools medal, which is exactly what we wanted. And right here, I'm seeing it going, it's an artillery, it's a tier 6 artillery, I can kill this in one shot with HE, and I want the fade-ins. I want to make this screenshot look glorious. So I'd fire the HE into the ground, because I'm like, right, this is the chance to secure that fade-ins medal, let's do it. It's not often you get a Pools medal and a fade-ins, let's make it look great. So I fired that into the ground, and I get spotted here, and I'm thinking, maybe he's up there in that corner, and he's just, you know, he's in those bushes there, but he pulled back. But no, he didn't. So it's like, wait, what? And then I get unspotted, so I'm thinking, I think he did pull back behind the bushes over here. And that's why I got unspotted. But, you know, I get over here and I don't automatically spot him, and it's like, okay. And then he gets spotted over there. It's like, right, now I see what happened. He must have been in those bushes, spotted me, and he's fallen back. So what we're going to do is going to plough towards him and see if we can get the shot on him. Because he would be shut down for our 11th kill, which is what we want to do. We want to get the fade-ins. And we just want to squeeze out that little bit extra damage as well, because we could bump it up to 6.5k damage. So it looks like as well we are actually going to be the first ones to get there. We get there, and we're awkward, but we casually auto-aim the shell. If we'd aimed, would have hit that artillery and would have killed it. But we casually auto-aimed it, and we missed. Now we're left in an awkward situation, and I try and jump on the artillery, but if that rock on our right hadn't been there, we'd have been able to do it, but we just deviated ourselves off course. We missed, but fortunately enough, he was focused on me, and the T-29 shuts him down. So we finish him off, and we finish off a fantastic game for the IS-2. And it's always nice to get that golden medal. Look at that, we finished 10 kills, 6.3k damage, 234 assistance, and there's that beautiful golden medal. That's the one that I always am buzzing to see. It's always an adrenaline raiser when you realise you're on for it as well. That was my 9th one on this game, which is fantastic. Hopefully one day we'll get the 10th. And yeah, a great game for this great tank. 2.8k base as well. And it's well worth playing up. Like, the Chinese heavy tanks are well worth playing up, because this tank is good full net tier 7. The 110's okay. The 111-1.4 is fantastic. And then the 2 tier 10s are also great tanks. And this is just one of the gems as you go along. So as always, everybody, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.